The following program, The Lightning Strike, is sponsored by Mohammed Fahim, and to the extent applicable, their guests. The views and opinions expressed therein do not necessarily reflect those of NewsWeb Radio Company or its management.
Get ready to be jolted out of the ordinary and into a world where conversations are charged with intensity and facts. The Lightning Strike Talk Radio with your host, Mohammed Fahim, broadcasting live from the heart of the city on Chicago's Progressive Talk Radio, WCPT 820 AM. Welcome to a radio show that charges through the airwaves with an electricity like no other. Here's your host, Mohammed Fahim.
So 2023, folks, has been a strange year for us, okay? We've had some good things. But there have also been a lot of bad things, especially what is happening in the Middle East. As an American, I feel personally responsible for not holding our leaders up to the task that they were tasked with, man. Why are we continuing to support a Zionist organization, a Zionist entity that is clearly in 4K real life every single day? When I get up in the morning and I see the news, I feel like puking, okay? There is genocide happening, and it is our tax dollars that are paying for it. That is something that I definitely would hold the administration accountable for, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a tough position to be in with this administration, and because they want to support Israel's right to exist. The problem is this has gone too far. I think at some point you have to look at, they started with saying go south, to the southern half of Gaza. Yep. Now they're kettling them back down in Rafah. Just the other day there was a video that Al Jazeera was showing live, 4 missiles hitting a hospital. Mm-hmm. So now we're talking this propaganda that, well, these are rogue missiles, these are accidents. The targeting that Israel has, the ability to target with these missiles, is absolutely off the charts. And to hit a hospital where you've told everybody, go down there, you'll be safe. I mean, it's now just, it's getting to be a point where it's ludicrous.
Yeah, and the response itself is an order of magnitude greater than what the original problem was. Sure, you have to respond when someone attacks you, but I mean, you don't respond by putting tens of thousands of more people, in harm's way compared to the 1,000 or so that, you were harmed by. That's just ridiculous. And it's not their fault. They're not the ones attacking you. You don't,
and here's the thing, guys. We are actually supplying more and more fuel to this entire imbroglio over there. Mm-hmm. The Biden administration, Secretary Blinken, it looks like he's running the country, not the president. And that is something that needs to be addressed, folks. And if you want to comment on it, feel free to call in. 773-763-9278 is the number to call in. And it is time we hold our elected officials accountable for how our country is perceived around the world. I mean, we are losing face so much. It is nuts. And for us to sit back and say, oh, no, we need to support Israel. Yeah, Israel has a right to exist. No one is denying that. Yeah. But not at the extent of exterminating entire populations of people right in front of our eyes. We are going to be held accountable for that. At the end of the day, it's not so much that we don't want Israel to exist. No one is doubting that. And the moment you speak anything against, the war or in support of the Palestinian people's rights, immediately people are jumping down your throat that, hey, you are anti-Semitic.
Yeah. And
How do we resolve it? And that is where our leadership has to come up and take responsibility for this and say, hey, enough is enough. Cut it out. Let us sit down and talk about it and come up to a solution for this. I don't think the military might is the right solution for this thing that we are getting into in the Middle East now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we need to find a solution here. We need Israel to back off and do something that makes more sense. If you want to strategically go neighborhood to neighborhood and then root out the bad guys that way, that makes sense. To completely obliterate a block and kill kids, that does not make sense. So let's get your act together, guys.
Yeah, and the Nathan is basically a Yahoo. Okay, I mean, I think his name is Nathan Yahoo. This guy is acting like a Yahoo, folks, and we have to pay attention to this and get up and hold him accountable for all of these war crimes that he is perpetuating over there now. Okay. Again, folks, you are listening in to the Lightning Strike, final show of the year, 2023.